Did you know your legs can lose up to 10% of their strength in just 2 weeks without the right vitamins and minerals? Have you ever woken in the night with a cramp so sharp it stole your breath? Or stood up from a chair only to feel your legs tremble? You might think this is just aging. But what if it's not? What if the real cause is a few key nutrients your muscles are quietly begging for? Today, you'll discover the top 10 vitamins that have helped seniors stop cramps, restore strength, and walk with confidence again. And in a moment, you'll meet Evelyn, who went from clinging to her son's arm to walking free. How did she do it? You might be wondering, if this isn't just aging, then what's really going on with your legs? The truth is, every time you feel that deep ache when you climb the stairs, every time your calf tightens in the middle of the night, your body is sending you a message. But are you listening? Many seniors think they eat well, 3 meals a day, maybe a little fruit, some bread, a cup of tea, and yet the nerves and muscles in their legs are starving. Why? Because as you get older, your stomach makes less acid, which means you absorb fewer vitamins like B12. Common medicines for heartburn, blood pressure, or diabetes quietly drain away magnesium and potassium. You spend less time in the sun, so your vitamin D runs low. This is exactly what happened to Evelyn. She thought she was eating fine, but more than half of the nutrients her legs needed were missing. That's when the cramps started waking her at night. The stairs became frightening, and even walking to the mailbox felt risky. Can you imagine what that does to your confidence? And here's the thing. She's not the only one. Chances are you're missing some of the same vitamins right now. In a moment, we'll start with the first 3 on the list, the ones I call the vital trio, because without them, your legs can't even begin to get stronger. Which ones are they? You might be surprised. So let's begin with the first 3 vitamins, the ones I call the vital trio, because without them, every step you take will feel harder than it should. The first is vitamin B12. Think of it like the protective coating around an electrical wire. When you're young, that coating is thick and smooth, so the signals from your brain to your legs travel in a flash. But as you get older, if you don't get enough B12, that coating thins out, the signals slow, and your legs start to feel like they don't belong to you. Have you ever stood up and felt a strange weakness, almost as if your knees might give way? That's what missing B12 can do. Then there's vitamin D, the key that locks your bones and muscles together. Without it, your muscles lose their power, your bones become fragile, and suddenly a small misstep can lead to a fall. How much time do you spend in the morning sun? 10 minutes a day can make a bigger difference than you think. And finally, magnesium, the quiet worker that helps your muscles contract and relax without those sudden, painful cramps that jolt you out of bed at night. Have you ever felt that searing pain in your calf that leaves it sore the next morning? That's your body begging for magnesium. Evelyn was missing all 3. She thought her bread and cheese lunches were enough. But once she started adding a boiled egg for B12, sitting in the morning sun for vitamin D, and a handful of almonds for magnesium, her legs began to change. Within weeks, she was taking the stairs again without fear. Now here's the question. Are these the only nutrients you need? Not even close. The next 7 might surprise you, and one of them could be the missing piece that finally ends your cramps for good. Now, if you've ever tried adding a vitamin or 2 and still felt those cramps at night, you might be wondering, what else could your body be missing? That's where the next 7 nutrients come in. Think of them as the support team for your legs, each one playing a role that the others can't replace. Vitamin B1, or thiamine, is one of them. Without it, your nerves can't send clear signals to your muscles, and energy just doesn't flow the way it should. Have you ever felt your legs get tired far too quickly, even after a short walk? That's often B1 quietly running low. Then there's potassium, your body's natural fluid and muscle balancer. If you've ever had a cramp that feels like the muscle is locked in place, potassium could be the missing link. You lose it through sweat, through certain medications, and without enough, your muscles can't relax properly. Calcium isn't just for your bones. Every time you take a step, calcium is part of the signal that makes your muscle fibers tighten and release. Without it, even simple movements can feel shaky. And here's a thought. When was the last time you had a real calcium-rich meal, not just a splash of milk in your coffee? Omega-3 fatty acids do something different. They protect your muscles from inflammation, helping them recover and stay strong. If stiffness has been creeping into your mornings, omega-3s might be exactly what you need. Acetyl L-carnitine is like fuel transport for your cells. It helps your muscles pull energy from fat, keeping you moving without that heavy, dragging feeling. Imagine walking around your garden without needing to sit down halfway through. That's the kind of change it can bring. Vitamin E works behind the scenes, guarding your muscle cells from damage. Over time, that protection keeps your legs feeling younger than your years. And finally, vitamin K2, less famous, but powerful. It helps your muscles and nerves work in perfect rhythm, reducing those unpredictable nighttime cramps that can jolt you awake. Evelyn didn't start with all 10 at once, but as she gradually added these supporting players to her diet, her progress didn't just continue, it accelerated. So here's the question. How can you make sure you're getting enough of all 10 without a cabinet full of pills? That's exactly what we're about to talk about next. Now you might be thinking, that's a long list. Do I have to buy a shelf full of supplements to get all of these? The good news is no. You can get almost everything your legs need right in your own kitchen. The trick is knowing where to find it and how to make it part of your routine without feeling like you're on a strict diet. For vitamin B12, start your day with protein, maybe an egg, some chicken, or if you're vegetarian, a generous serving of fortified yogurt. Vitamin D? That's as simple as stepping outside in the morning and letting the sunlight touch your arms and face for 10 minutes. Can you picture doing that while sipping your tea or coffee? Magnesium hides in foods like almonds, pumpkin seeds, and leafy greens. A small handful in the afternoon can make a difference you feel that very night. B1 is easy. Whole grains, beans, and sunflower seeds can cover your daily needs. Potassium? Bananas, spinach, and even a baked potato can top up your levels. Calcium works best when paired with vitamin D, so think about having dairy or fortified plant milks alongside your sunlight time. Omega-3 fatty acids might sound fancy, but they can come from a simple can of sardines or a fillet of salmon once or twice a week. Acetyl L-carnitine is found in animal proteins, but there are supplements if you prefer plant-based sources. Vitamin E loves nuts and seeds, while vitamin K2 hides in fermented foods like certain cheeses and natto. The real challenge isn't finding these foods, it's making them a regular part of your life so your body can rebuild and stay strong. That's why, in a moment, I'm going to walk you through 5 simple principles that make these 10 nutrients work together like a team. Once you hear them, you'll see exactly how to fit them into your day without overthinking it. And when you do, you might be surprised how quickly your legs respond. So how do you make sure these 10 nutrients actually work for you? This is where the 5 golden principles come in. Think of them as the glue that holds everything together. You can know all the vitamins in the world, but if you don't follow these, your results will be slow, frustrating, or might not come at all. First, never skip breakfast and make it protein-rich. That first meal sets the tone for your muscles all day. Have you ever noticed how a morning without food leaves you weaker, more tired, and more likely to cramp? That's because your muscles start the day already running on empty. Second, get at least 10 minutes of morning sun. Not harsh midday heat, just that gentle light before 9 a.m. It's the easiest way to top up vitamin D and protect your bones and muscles. Can you picture doing that tomorrow, letting the sunlight warm your skin while you take a slow, steady walk? Third, eat at least 1 serving of fish or eggs each day. It doesn't have to be a lot. A small piece of salmon, a boiled egg, even canned sardines. The combination of vitamin B12, vitamin D, and omega-3s is like a triple boost for your legs. Fourth, bring magnesium and potassium into your afternoons. A handful of pumpkin seeds, some spinach with dinner, or a banana before bed can keep those painful night cramps from coming back. And fifth, don't wait until your legs feel completely weak to start. The sooner you begin, the faster you'll see change. I've seen people in their 70s, 80s, even 90s make remarkable progress simply because they took the first step before things got worse. Evelyn followed these 5 principles without fail. Michael, the 82-year-old mechanic I told you about, did the same, and within weeks, both were walking more confidently, sleeping without cramps, and enjoying parts of their day they thought were gone forever. In a moment, I'll show you exactly how to put these principles into a simple, doable plan you can start tomorrow. You'll be amazed at how much strength your legs are still capable of. Let's make this simple. You've heard the 10 nutrients. You've got the 5 principles. Now it's time to see how it all fits into your day so you can actually do it. Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow and instead of rushing straight to your coffee, you start with a proper breakfast, maybe a boiled egg, some spinach on the side, and a slice of whole grain toast. That's B12, magnesium, potassium, and B1 before the day has even begun. After breakfast, you step outside for 10 minutes. You don't need to walk fast, just let the sunlight touch your arms and face. That's your vitamin D working quietly in the background. At lunch, you might have a small piece of salmon or a cup of yogurt if you're vegetarian, paired with leafy greens. Omega-3s, calcium, and vitamin E, all in one go. Mid-afternoon, you grab a handful of almonds or pumpkin seeds. That little snack helps keep your magnesium and vitamin E levels steady. Dinner can be lighter, maybe some chicken or beans with a side of roasted vegetables. And if cramps have been your nightly enemy, a banana before bed can work wonders. Can you feel how this flows through the day? No pills required? Now here's the part I want you to remember. Your body won't change overnight, but it will respond faster than you think. Michael told me that after 3 weeks of this plan, he could sleep through the night without a single cramp. Evelyn felt steady enough to go down her stairs without holding the rail. What will your story be? Because here's the truth. Your legs haven't given up on you. They're waiting for a signal that says, I still want to move. I still want to live independently. Every bite you take, every step into the sun, every choice to add one of these nutrients is that signal. So tomorrow morning, as you sit down to breakfast and the sun hits your face, I want you to say it out loud. I am ready to change. Then take that first step, because in a few weeks, you might just look back and wonder why you didn't start sooner. If this conversation has opened your eyes, subscribe so you and I can keep walking this journey together. Leave a comment telling me which of the 10 nutrients you'll add first. And if you have a friend or family member who's been struggling with cramps or weakness, share this with them. Sometimes one piece of information changes everything.